It took me a long time to actually get around to putting this video together. I recorded it way back closer to the launch of Wilds, and now Title Update 2 is out, which buffed primarily impact files for SAED, but just kind of all files got boosted across the board, so this holds even more true now than it did before. That said, enjoy the video. There has been a misconception since the launch of Monster Hunter Wilds that the SAED playstyle for the Charge Blade is bad or dead, doesn't work. But that's just not quite true, especially when it comes to elemental files. Most of the time, Savage Axe is going to be a more consistent damage output, but just because you can't SAED from neutral anymore doesn't mean that it's bad or not worth using. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you with the gameplay clips in the background just how effective SAED is against certain monsters. There's a number of them that have pretty decent elemental weak zones and do take a significant chunk of damage. For reference, I consider 200 plus damage per file from SAED to be viable, especially when it's so easy to max out and overcharge your files using the magazine skill. Also, something I want to point out that I haven't really seen many people talking about is the ability now to combine Savage Axe with SAED in a way that we couldn't before. What I mean by that is the fact that when you're in Savage Axe mode, you only use half of a file when you use AED and the AED follow-up each. That half file counts as a full file for SAED. So when you're using SAED after an AED, you still get the full amount of file explosions, and you get the extra damage from the AED. Now, if at the end of the day your complaint is just, oh, well, I don't like that I can't SAED from neutral anymore, that's whatever. I get it. I enjoyed being able to SAED from neutral. I'm a little grumpy I can't anymore. However, saying that it is downright worse when we are hitting higher numbers now in Wilds than we did in Iceborne is just wild to me. Pun not intended. Thanks for watching. If you decide that you want to look at more Charge Blade goodness, I strongly recommend checking out content creators like Cantor-X and Fightin' Cowboy. Cowboy has a bunch of just great variety content. I've been following him for years now, and his Charge Blade videos are pretty good, and Cantor-X is one of the OG Charge Blade legends, and has demonstrated on multiple occasions just how good elemental SAED is.